Hello everyone, ladies and gentlemen, Gianluca Masi speaking on the behalf of the Virtual Telescope Project, and it's such a big pleasure for me to be live again on the Virtual Telescope Project website and the YouTube channel, bringing to you this amazing annular solar eclipse. I am in Rome, and of course here in Italy the eclipse is not visible, but we will be able to share the experience with you because several friends, as happened many times over the years, just decided to cooperate. And we will be very grateful to a number of people like Joaquin, Fabrega, Polleri, Panama, Ron Delvaux, Arizona, USA, Gary Varney, Florida, USA, Fernando Rodriguez, Florida, USA, and James McCue, New Mexico, USA. Those great men, those great astrophotographers will provide, weather permitting at their observatories, real-time images of the eclipse taken from different regions, and this will be, of course, very nice and funny to see the eclipse from different places. In addition, I also want to really acknowledge and thank the kindness of the Exploratorium San Francisco and the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles. They made available for us their live feeds just to share also their images. So thank you very much to Griffith Observatory and the Exploratorium as well. And I want to start sharing images, by the way, if you don't mind, because I know that there are already some great images coming from our colleagues and friends at Griffith Observatory Los Angeles, and I'm happy that I can show this with you right away. So the eclipse has already started. This is, as I said, an annular solar eclipse that is the moon, which is just very essential in such an eclipse, is not at its closest distance. It is not far. It is at its maximum distance, more or less, okay? And this is why we are having the apparent sides of the moon, the lunar disk, smaller than average, so the lunar disk will be not large enough to cover the entire solar disk. So around the sun we will see the so-called ring of fire at the maximum of the eclipse, an annulus, hence the name annular solar eclipse. But before that, of course, we will have many things to say, many things to see, by the way, thanks to those friends. From time to time, I will need to check images from our collaborators just to be sure that I will have images shared with you. And I'm speaking, I already have images from our collaborators, so I'm just going in order to put them available to you in order to share those amazing sights. Here we are, and I am very proud now to go and share with you the first image we are receiving from Arizona, USA, and I hope that you will enjoy this picture too. And this is the image just received by our friends, long-time collaborator, long-time supporter of these joint international events, Ron Delvaux. And here in his image you can easily see that the partial phase has started. Here we are just playing with the sun and the moon, of course, and I want to share with you a picture just to make clear what is happening here, my friends. You know, our satellite, the moon, is orbiting around the Earth. It takes about 1 month to the moon to complete an orbit. And sometimes, as seen from the Earth, the moon is in the direction, more or less, of the sun. Sometimes it is on the opposite direction. Today, we are not interested very much to the condition, the latter condition, that is when the moon is in the opposite direction than the sun, that is the full moon. And in case, if you're lucky, at full moon you can have a lunar eclipse. Now we are in the so-called new moon. In fact, at the new moon, you really don't see the moon in the sky from the Earth. Why? Because in principle, the moon is between us and the sun. But saying between us and the sun, it just doesn't mean that the moon is aligned along the line of sight from the Earth to the sun. So In order to have a solar eclipse, it is not enough, I repeat, it is not enough to have a new moon, because you really need a right perfect alignment between the three bodies involved. That is the Earth, from where you are looking, the moon, just offering us its disk, its shadow, I would say, and the sun, the source of light. If they are well aligned at the new moon, you can have a solar eclipse. And you are not having a solar eclipse every time the moon is new, because the lunar orbit is just it is just inclined. There are a few degrees, about 5 degrees of inclination between the plane just hosting the lunar orbit against the plane just hosting the Earth orbit. Otherwise, if the moon was orbiting on the same plane as the Earth, we were having a lunar eclipse every full moon and solar eclipse every new moon. But because of that inclination, a new moon is not enough, because as you can see here, the moon can be too high respect to the ecliptic plane, the Earth orbit plane, where the sun is by definition. So the moon is not involved in the right alignment, so no solar eclipse. But when you are close to the so-called nodes, where the Earth orbit and the lunar orbit are just crossing, if you have a new moon, when the moon is on its node, you have such an eclipse. And this is the magic, after all, of the eclipses. And this is the nodes, the line of nodes. The nodes are essential understanding eclipses. If you want a solar eclipse, you need a new moon, of course, but the new moon must happen when the moon is on the node defined between its orbit and the Earth orbit. Okay, so this is essentially the basic geometry of the event. Now go back here to the Griffith Observatory live images. So happy that we are getting great coverage also from our friends, and I want to thank them a lot, because it is thanks to the generosity of people like our friends and also Exploratorium and Griffith Observatory that the Virtual Telescope project right now is able, as you see, to share those amazing images with you. A new image from Ron, just going to share with you. Just let me save images. Here we are. And now you should see the new image from Ron from Arizona. Of course, the annularity, this is very important to say, is visible just along a very narrow strip. Okay, you have to be in the very right place to see the annularity, because it is the alignment among these three bodies: the sun offering the light, the moon offering the shadow, and us, the observers on the Earth, must be very accurate. If you on the Earth will move a bit, you will be perhaps outside the perfect alignment, and in this very case you will see just a partial eclipse. So in several places, many places, I must say, of the Americas, because this eclipse is visible from Americas only basically, and very likely if you didn't travel and you decide to observe from home, very likely you will see a partial eclipse. But we have the Exploratorium team in San Francisco, which organized a trip to the right place in Utah, and from there we will enjoy, of course, the annularity, weather permitting, so finger crossed, my friends. But they have also several backup locations. Here we are again. It is amazing to see how fast, after all, the eclipse is evolving. Much faster than expected, I think. And we are sharing these live images from Griffith Observatory after an agreement with them to share their amazing footage, and I really want to thank them for this. But as I said, we have also original images from our collaborators, and I will share them as soon as I will receive those images. Happy to see the weather is cooperating, at least where our colleagues at Griffith Observatory decided to run their event, that is from their legendary location. If you visit the Los Angeles area, be sure, of course, to visit their facility in Los Angeles. Very spectacular place with a lot of great things to see and great history. And the same for the Exploratorium in San Francisco, again in California. More and more images coming. I am receiving images so far from Delvaux in Arizona. I have my friends Gary in Florida and Fernando in Florida too, just reporting cloudy weather, but they are ready to go. I also received a note from James McCue, New Mexico, and he is also ready to go. So happy that everything is just going so nice so far. So far, so good. New image I see from Delvaux. Going to share the image from him. Very nice shot. And here it is, the image from Arizona, again from Ron. That is the Annular Solar Eclipse, 14 October 2023, and this is brought to you via the Virtual Telescope Project. We have been around for more than 17 years now, broadcasting legendary events. We basically invented this format, as I said, about 18 years ago, sharing in real time close approaching asteroids, comets, meteors, solar and lunar eclipses, supernova explosions, whatever. We have been sharing with you basically everything happening out there. And even in this case, while we are based in Rome, with no access to the true real eclipse this time, because of course Italy is not involved at this time. And but thanks to great collaborators, we are able to cover this. And once again, I want to thank all the people making possible for us to reach you with these amazing things. They are Joaquin, Fabrega, Polleri, Panama, Delvaux, Arizona, Gary Varney, Florida, Fernando Rodriguez, Florida, James McCue, New Mexico, and the undersigned Gianluca Masi just hosting and speaking, hopefully making those images great as they are while presenting them. I also want to thank people at the Exploratorium San Francisco and people at Griffith Observatory, because they were extremely kind, giving us the permission to redistribute their footage. And the image we are seeing now is just from Griffith Observatory, as I said. There are truly amazing things to see. Let me see if I can start sharing images. If I can. Okay, just trying to work. And this is coming from Exploratorium. Via their imaging station in the Valley of Gods, Utah. And this is an image taken via H-alpha telescope. How amazing to see all these things. While we are also receiving images from our collaborators. So happy that the gear is working beautifully. I'm just sharing images as soon as they arrive. New image from Ron Delvaux, long-time astrophotographer, a long-time collaborator of these international events organized, offered over the time by the Virtual Telescope Project, and I'm happy that these events we have been running in such a joint way, such an international cooperation is a very bright example of cooperation between people, among people living in different places. Here it is, a new image by Ron. Very beautiful, very, very beautiful. Back to Griffith. And now from Exploratorium. Sorry. Hope you like this. I find this amazing, what we are seeing here. Needless to say, a solar eclipse is a great natural event. Of course, the total one is by far the most spectacular and dramatic, but even the annular one, because at some point you will see such a ring of fire around our star, and that will be quite impressive, truly impressive. I remember seeing an annular eclipse, well, ages ago. It was 1994, and I was in Arizona, and it was a truly spectacular event and experience. Images are coming, more and more image. How beautiful all this is. I'm just making sure that the image I will receive from our friends are at their best to honor them. Here we are, I think. So I'm going to share a new image just received from Ron in Arizona. Here it is. Very beautiful. Extremely beautiful new image just arrived from Ron, and so I'm going to update the view in a matter of seconds, hopefully. Here we are. You can see also some sunspots. And now back to the Griffith Observatory live feed. I really want to thank Griffith Observatory and Exploratorium for making possible for us, giving us the permission to use their footage, and as well as our great collaborators offering their images to us to be shared and with proper comment, as you can see. Happy? So we are sharing live this amazing annular solar eclipse just showing in the Americas today. Gianluca Masi speaking on the behalf of the Virtual Telescope project from Rome, Italy. Here the eclipse is not visible, but as we have done over the last 18 years now, we partnered with the people in the right parts of the globe so that they are making their images available, and we also had permission to use footage by Griffith Observatory Los Angeles and Exploratorium San Francisco, and the latter has a few imaging stations, in particular in the Valley of Gods, Utah, and here it is what they are seeing there. You can see also very beautiful sunspots there. So far so good, I must say. Virtual Telescope project has always been ready to go every time something great was around to share the glory of the night sky, the day sky in this case, because we are of course tracking the sun, just playing with our moon. This is an H alpha image, just showing the chromosphere, prominences, and other structure of the solar chromosphere with this very spectacular instrument. Right now used by the team of the Exploratorium in Utah, to working from the Valley of Gods. Happy and proud to be here, sharing with people around the globe the wonders of the night, of the sky. Not the night sky today, but still truly impressive, I believe. having fun together. Now images from Griffith in Los Angeles. As I say, the annularity is not visible from everywhere, while the eclipse as a partial one is accessible from almost the entire North America, not really, but a large fraction of the US friends will see it, as well as Central America and part of Southern America. But if you want to see the annularity, that is the smaller than the solar lunar disk, just surrounded by the ring of fire, you must be on the right place, the so-called strip of annularity, which is very narrow, and you must be exactly there if you want to see the annularity. And the Exploratorium team in Utah just will offer us the view of the annularity, while people in Los Angeles, our colleagues at Griffith, are just there from Griffith Observatory, and they will have the partial eclipse. Never seen the annularity, but still a truly spectacular experience, as you can see here. Let's see updates from our observers. I have a new image from Delvaux, and I'm going just to make the image available for you right away. Right away, as they say. Okay. Almost done with the new image. Here it is, a new image from Ron, from Arizona. Amazing, my friends. Truly amazing. I'm really loving just tracking this beautiful event. Look at the prominence on the right, just facing the lunar disk. Matter of perspective, of course, because the moon is closer than 400,000 kilometers, while our sun is about 150 million kilometers. Griffith Observatory here. New image from Ron. Going to share his image now. How beautiful every time to see such an event. This image is coming from Arizona, Ron Delvaux, one of our historic collaborators here at the Virtual Telescope project. Having fun, loving this amazing site. With amazing images coming from Griffith Observatory, Exploratorium, San Francisco, and so far Ron Delvaux, Arizona. Here it is, a new image from Ron. Always amazed, honestly, to see these things. We decided to open the live feed earlier as soon as we started receiving great images from Ron, our long time friend and collaborator. And why wait for later if we could share those great images right away? Here we are. Here we are, my friends. So beautiful and grateful to our colleagues at Exploratorium San Francisco and Griffith Observatory Los Angeles for making available to the Virtual Telescope project their footage. As well as our wonderful international team, always ready to bring beautiful greetings to the world. Joaquin, Fabrega, Polleri, Panama, Delvaux, Arizona, Gary Varney, Fernando Rodriguez, Florida, James McCue, New Mexico. Other friends were really ready to go, but they could not organize to properly cover these events. We have a first image from James McCue, New Mexico, and I'm very happy to share the image with you, my friends. Going to share the image I received from New Mexico from our friend, long-time collaborator of the Virtual Telescope project. Here it is. I'm impressed to see how over the time the portion, okay, of the solar disk covered by the lunar one is just larger and larger, while the eclipse is going. New image from Ron Delvaux. Now real-time footage from Griffith Observatory, Los Angeles. Truly amazing to see those beautiful things from the comfort of your home. Many people all around the planet were going to miss this without the generosity of people and the teams like the one we are working together today to bring to you this beautiful experience of the eclipse, my friends. This is from Exploratorium San Francisco, from their team in the Valley of Gods in Utah, and both Los Angeles, where our friends and colleagues at Griffith Observatory are, and Utah are really offering outstanding images, as well as Arizona, where our friend and collaborator Ron Delvaux is. Very amazing, truly amazing. The eclipse is ongoing. Back to the Griffith Observatory live feed. While new image just arrived. From Arizona. From Delvaux. Here we are. Very beautiful image from Ron Delvaux in Arizona. While we are having fun looking at this virtually. Back to the Exploratorium live feed with an H-alpha telescope. How beautiful. I'm never tired to look and admire this kind of beauty happening all the time, not only during eclipses, because looking up, particularly at night, you are never disappointed. Never disappointed. I'm going to share with you an image once again from Ron Delvaux in Arizona. Ron is doing a truly excellent work Thank you very much, Ron. If you are tuned, I'm happy to send my gratitude in real time. How beautiful, really, really, really. I want to thank all the people following and enjoying the eclipse via the Virtual Telescope project. Now back to Griffith Observatory. Truly amazing sight. Back to Exploratorium. A Delvaux image, Arizona. How amazing, my friends. Never, never tired to enjoy and admire these things together with you. Just preparing the last image from Ron. Here it is, how beautiful. I'm truly amazed by this vision. You see two disks just meeting up there, but they are very special ones because they are the sun and our moon. Again, an image from Delvaux, Arizona. We are really amazed to see this footage from our friends of Exploratorium San Francisco. They kindly offered us this opportunity, giving us permission to redistribute their footage, as well as our colleagues at Griffith Observatory Los Angeles. But while our friends at Griffith Observatory, here it is, their footage is from Los Angeles, they are just beside the building of the legendary Griffith Observatory there. Our colleagues at the Exploratorium did something incredible, as they did in the past. They just asked a team to reach the Utah Desert, the Valley of Gods, and from there they are offering such an out of this world footage. So excellent footage from Griffith, excellent footage from Exploratorium, and we are very grateful to both of them for the opportunity to share these images, but as well we are very happy to have stunning images coming from our team, that is the Virtual Telescope Project International team, covering almost every event in order to cover it and have a telescope, an imaging device ready to go when something special is just happening out there. A new image from Ron is coming in a matter of seconds. Here it is. How beautiful. This view is from Arizona. The eclipse is ongoing. We are, of course, having the partiality now. As I say, this is an annular solar eclipse at some point. If you are, of course, in the right place, because you must be there in the right place to see the annularity, as I said. You will see the famous ring of fire around the lunar disk, because the moon is not close enough to the Earth to look large as the solar disk. So at the perfect alignment, the lunar disk will be smaller than needed to cover the entire solar disk. And this is the basics for this annular eclipse. Here we are, Valley of the Gods, Utah. Footage kindly provided by the Exploratorium, San Francisco. Amazing experience, honestly, yeah. I feel lucky to have the opportunity to work with our collaborators and with teams like the Exploratorium San Francisco and Griffith Observatory Los Angeles once. What I find amazing every time is this. You see the lunar disk slowly moving in front of the solar one while reaching the climax, the peak of the eclipse. And of course I see it takes time. Okay, you can see differences minute after minute, but it looks like a long time from the start before you see the peak of the event. But once there, it is extremely fast, and in a few moments it is done. It has gone. I want to share with you some kind of meta image, if I can call it this way. Received from Helaine Delvaux, working with Ron, and now you will understand why I call it a meta image. Look here now. Very nice, this image. Going to share now. Look. They imaged an image of the sun. It is of course a projection from the telescope. So you can see also observing in action after all. Very safe way, because you cannot see the sun directly or through a telescope without very specific protection. It can be more than extremely dangerous. Please avoid that if you don't have the right solar tools. Do not point a telescope to the sun. You can have permanent damages, serious permanent damages to your eyes. In case, just use these devices here, or just stay with us. Back to Griffith. Here we are. very nice. So far so good. Now see what the Exploratorium team is seeing. I find these images mind-blowing to say the least. Now going to see new images from Arizona. Adjusting the frame for you to be seen. Here it is. Truly amazing shot. I think this is honestly rewarding after you have been waiting for this for some time now. I really think this is amazing. So happy. We are having fun together. With a new image from Delvaux, Arizona. Ron is truly doing an amazing work providing these great images. He is collecting with his own setup in Arizona, as I said. We are approaching the first hour of footage. We will look with particular attention images from our friends at the Exploratorium with their team working from the Valley of the Gods in Utah, because from there we will see the annular eclipse, the Ring of Fire. We are slowly approaching that moment. Up and running. Truly excellent footage, as you can see. images kindly made available to the Virtual Telescope project by the Exploratorium San Francisco team. I want to thank Exploratorium San Francisco, Griffith Observatory and Delvaux for kindly making their images and footage available for this live feed. New image from Ron just arrived. I want to thank the many people connected. We are proud to bring the eclipse via different eyes. That is a scene from Griffith Observatory, Los Angeles, Exploratorium San Francisco, but with their team in the Valleys of the Gods, and from Arizona, thanks to Ron Delvaux. How amazing is the experience? So great that the moon and the sun are offering this amazing show up there in the Americas, but thanks to the technology and via the Virtual Telescope project, and thanks to amazing partners and their generosity, we are bringing this beauty to everyone, everywhere on this beautiful planet. And I really hope that the beauty of this experience can truly inspire peace and good relationships among different countries and cultures. After all, we are sharing the same beauty from different points. In this case, Arizona, Utah, California, but we have other friends ready to go, but right now facing bad weather, like Joaquin Fabrega Polleri in Panama, my friends Gary Varney and Fernando Rodriguez in Florida. I have a new image now from James McCue, New Mexico. Here it is. Just to share with you the image I received from James. Back to Griffith Observatory. Truly amazing experience. Time is running fast after all, and as you can see, our friends of the Exploratorium team in Utah, the Valley of the Gods, are approaching the Ring of Fire, the peak of the eclipse. And at some point we will concentrate on this because it will offer us such a stunning experience. Meantime, I still have another amazing image from our friends. This time is again around Delvaux. Ready to catch the Ring of Fire here. Via the feed offered by Exploratorium with their team in Utah, while here we have Griffith Observatory footage from Los Angeles. I really love this experience. Again, an amazing image from Ron. Back to Exploratorium. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Sorry. Amazing view right now, my friends. from Delvaux again. Griffith Observatory, Los Angeles, with the run from Arizona. So we are receiving images from Arizona, California, Utah, New Mexico. We are slowly approaching the peak of the eclipse, the ring of fire, the climax of the annular solar eclipse, and we will see this via the imaging gear, which has been carefully prepared by our colleagues of the Exploratorium San Francisco in the Utah desert, in the Valley of the Gods there. And the images we are seeing now are from there. New image from Ron, Arizona. Very beautiful shape. It looks like a sharp crescent drawing from a child, very likely. And here are images from Exploratorium team, Utah, using an H-alpha telescope, just offering an amazing view of the solar chromosphere. You can see prominences on the solar border with the huge now black disk of the moon moving and covering more and more, but not totally, because as we know, this is an annular solar eclipse. The moon is not close enough to the Earth to appear large enough in the sky to completely cover the solar disk. Because the distance of the moon is a bit more than that, the lunar disk will be smaller than the solar disk. So even at the peak of the eclipse, we will have the dark lunar disk with some very bright surviving corona from the solar disk, the annulus, the ring of fire, hence the annular solar eclipse. More and more, my friends. More and more, really. More enjoyment. No words to comment this properly. I must admit this. And still enjoying the beauty of the night sky, the beauty of the day sky, the beauty of the sky, Mother Nature. It's wonderful looking up, no matter the hour, the moment of the day you do that. New image from James McCue, New Mexico. Going to share with you in a couple of seconds. Here it is, the image from New Mexico, kindly provided by our good friend James McCue. Back to the footage kindly made available to the Virtual Telescope project by Exploratorium San Francisco. So beautiful, my friends. Not far from the Ring of Fire, as you can see. Be ready, my friends. We are almost there. Almost there. Amazing to face this very moment. I'm amazed, really, and moved, to be honest. While we are approaching the magic moment. After all, the reason why we have been waiting for this very moment. When the alignment between the solar and lunar disk will be at its best, given the geometric conditions of the event and the alignments involved, this will be the Ring of Fire, the Annular Solar Eclipse. Almost there. Look here. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's happening right now. In this very moment, we are having such a very beautiful experience. Perfect sight from Exploratorium team, Utah, Valley of the Gods, and the Ring of Fire is slowly showing after we waited so long. Here we are, my friends. I cannot tell you how happy, how excited how amazing it is for me. Look at the irregular shape on the right due to the irregular profile, of course, of the lunar disk. How amazing all this is, just happening live, just brought to you via the Virtual Telescope project, thanks in this case to the footage kindly made available for the Virtual Telescope project by Exploratorium San Francisco with their team in, of course, Utah, as I said. Now we are there. The Ring of Fire is here, my friends. The Ring of Fire we have been waiting for so long is here. It is here for us right now. Right now, my friends. Look how beautiful this is in this very moment. Perfection in action. I'm always amazed to see how a simple thing like this, a ring, a huge black disk surrounded by such a very bright ring, could be amazing, elegant, beautiful, really mind-blowing. This is the Ring of Fire, my friends, just slowly adjusting in front of us. It's mind-blowing right now. This is the peak of the eclipse with beautiful details available and visible here. So amazing. Wow, I cannot tell you how amazed I am to share these things with you right now. How amazing it is. how beautiful it is in this very, very moment. How beautiful, my friends. Words are not enough. Words are not enough. Look, Mother Nature, celestial mechanics are at work to offer us this as simple, as perfect, as elegant experience. Look at the very small prominences on the right and basically all around the disk of the sun, the chromosphere, while the lunar disk is just tracking its orbit, obeying to law of mechanics with really no possibilities to stop as we would really like maybe. Look, perfection, perfection, perfectly centered. Perhaps there was a bird as well, not sure, on the bottom as a shadow. Look, just silence for admiring this. Words are not enough to tell what we are living now, facing this. No words at all, really. Unbelievable. Mother Nature in action, just bringing to us the beauty of there. We've been waiting for weeks, and now the eclipse, the annularity, the ring of fire, is here. Oh, better has been here, because soon after peaking in elegance, now the moon is of course continuing moving, ready to kiss the other side, the other edge of the solar disk. How fast! Time is low when you want something, you are waiting for something, but it's very fast once what you were wishing arrive. Like this case, look at the beautiful prominences. Out of this world, literally, out of this world, literally. It's really no need to talk, I believe. We can just look and enjoy. Now the lunar border is going to leave the solar disk, as you can see on the left. It's amazing how sharp the alignment is at some point, then it has gone. Now we are leaving the eclipse, my friends. Like a journey, you leave, you arrive, you leave again. The same old story, just happening up there between the moon and the sun. I want to share with you images also of the peak as seen in Arizona, as I received it from my friend and collaborator Delvaux. Here it is. Now back to the Exploratorium feed. It's amazing, amazing. This is exactly when words are not enough, words are not necessary, perhaps they are just noise, because you just need to see, perhaps in silence. Wow. Look at the huge prominence on the right, on the solar border, the solar chromosphere. This is a H alpha working at the very special wavelength of hydrogen, making evident the chromosphere of the sun with those amazing features. And look also at the turbulence. The air, the atmosphere is dancing, and this is why you see light through water, okay? That is an effect of the atmosphere. And I love seeing this because it is the fingertips of the earth, okay? This effect, like in the water, this liquid effect is the atmosphere of our own planet, just reminding us that we are part of the scenery, we are part of the game, because we are the third body completing this perfect alignment, the sun, the moon, and us. The pale blue dot, as Carl Sagan said, planet Earth. I have another image from Helaine Delvaux. I want to share, just making the image ready for you. Look. Okay. Here it is. Funny. How amazing. How amazing. I hope that the many people connected were happy as I was, and it has been hard at some point to keep the show running. Luckily enough, Division was speechless, so that I can stay quiet and enjoy it together with you, no matter where you are on this beautiful planet. How beautiful, really. Out of this world, as I said, literally this time. The fingerprints of the planet where we are is just visible in this gentle liquid dancing movement. Now checking for new images from our friends. Just preparing a new image from Delvaux in Arizona. Here it is, a new image, showing the image right away. So beautiful, my friends. This is from Griffith Observatory, from our colleagues in Los Angeles. How beautiful this experience so far. But we know this is all the times and look here, I have a beautiful shot of the Ring of Fire from my dear friend in New Mexico, James McCue. So proud to have these great friends with their amazing generosity. So no matter where we are, we can still enjoy this thanks to them. So thank you very much for the mind-blowing experience, for your generosity to Ron Delvaux, James McCue, the Griffith Observatory and Exploratorium teams. Amazing, amazing to say the least. I find the image kindly provided by our friends truly mind-blowing. Mind-blowing, it's very hard to comment these masterpieces. Our friends and colleagues mastered the image acquisition, while the beauty of the eclipse belongs to the eclipse. Just capturing such a beauty and keeping it intact, able to reach everyone on this beautiful planet, just tracking this via the Virtual Telescope project, has been possible to the mastery of those people and the expertise they just provided, phasing, handling, and capturing those images. Wow. Let's see new images from Arizona. Here they are. I'm amazed, really amazed. This is the live footage from Utah, Valley of the Gods, where my colleagues of Exploratorium San Francisco decided to go for this excellent coverage. Excellent choice for an excellent coverage. Again, Ron Delvaux. We've been up and running for 1 hour 30 now. Happy we decided to open a live feed earlier than scheduled, because to me what we have seen has been truly rewarding all the time. I want to thank Joaquin Fabrega Polleri, Ron Delvaux, Gary Varney, Fernando Rodriguez, James McCue for making their kind availability at our disposal for this, particularly Ron Delvaux and James McCue, but also the other friends. The other friends were not able to support us with images because of local weather, but still I want to thank all of them, because they generously made their equipment and expertise available, and they were ready to go. And also want to thank Exploratorium and Griffith Observatory for the permission they granted to the Virtual Telescope project to use their footage for this live feed. Just working on the new image from Ron. Ron has been blessed with a very, very, very perfect weather in Arizona. Wow. I must say it has been an hard day here, plenty of things to do after a long night at the telescope, the last one, but I was truly happy to go through this live feed, just hosting it and having the privilege to bring to you something unique as this. Let me check for new images from my team. Okay. New image from Rome. Slowly leaving. Beautiful. Wow. We are of course now on the other side of the eclipse. I mean, after the rising, this is the setting, because we went through the peak, at least from Utah, because of course the shadow of the moon is moving across the Earth's surface and will reach with the different phases different places at different times. But as we had the annular eclipse, the Ring of Fire, with the Exploratorium team in Utah, from that point of view the eclipse has gone. We had the opportunity to enjoy even the Ring of Fire thanks to James McCue. It's a truly amazing, mind-blowing experience. It's a truly mesmerizing experience, to say it all. Wow. Amazing, amazing, amazing. No matter how many times you have seen something like this, it's always the first time. New image from Rome, just preparing it for best view. Here it is. Wow. Too bad that this eclipse arrived and now we can say it has gone. but still the amazing footage from Griffith Observatory and Exploratorium, both in California, are offering us great views. Exploratorium is actually imaging with a team in Utah, where the eclipse was complete, awarding us with the beauty of the Ring of Fire, as you know. Wow. Slowly going, slowly leaving. Again, from Arizona, Ron Delvaux. Ron Delvaux, truly amazing coverage, Ron. Congratulations once again. You have been doing these amazing things over the years, cooperating with us as well as James McCue, New Mexico, with his great images from New Mexico as well. Not only this time, both of them, Ron and James, always supported the Virtual Telescope project over the last 10 years, even more maybe. Every time an astronomical event was happening at their places, they were extremely generous to make their expertise, their time, their instrumentation, their really amazing generosity, I want to underline, available to the world. Thank you very much, James and Ron. Wow. You can see how in Los Angeles the peak, though just partial, only partial, arrived later. Amazing, my friends. Wow. Just checking a few things. So the eclipse has been evolving depending on the place. We have seen images from California, which was in front from the point of view of the clock, and so on. Wow, wow, wow. Truly amazing, my friends. I'm just trying to look for a map I would like to share. Hope to find it. So friends, I have a few more images. I want to thank James McCue. He is leaving the session after providing excellent images. Thank you very much, James. And I want to share another image of the Ring of Fire. You very kindly provided. Here it is, just adjusting the image accordingly to have the image ready to show. Here it is. The Ring of Fire, captured from New Mexico by our friend James McCue. Thanks, James, for once again a truly excellent work, and thanks for your generosity. Enjoy the rest of the day there with your friends. Thank you so much. How amazing, how amazing. It's truly hard to leave this going. How beautiful. So we've been able to track the eclipse from the west coast, basically, where times were in advance respect to the rest of the USA. Amazing. This is the only word I can say more and more after this experience. I see more images from Ron coming, so just going to have them ready for you. And here we are. Just sharing with you the last image I received from Ron. Here we are with a new image again. Ready for you. What I find amazing, thanks to the beautiful planet, is that while I'm here with you enjoying these amazing views, showing the sun, of course, the king of the day, I am preparing my observatory here in Italy to the night, as the sun has gone. I find this amazing. If you want, I want to just to remind you that you can subscribe the Virtual Telescope Project Facebook webpage so that you can just keep an eye on our activities and stay up to date with our events. Next week, October 21, we will celebrate the International Observe the Moon night organized every year by NASA. We are proud to be official supporter of NASA in this, and that evening, 7 days by now, next Friday, we will share great images of our companion in space, the moon, images from Rome, with the stunning legendary monuments of the Eternal City here. We are still up and running. New images from Ron. Here it is another masterpiece. Fantastic experience. Amazing experience for me. Hope the same for you. And now, my friends, I will leave the live feed opened without commentary. Just a few minutes more. I hope it was a great time for you. I want to share another image from our hero, Delvaux. So, as I said, keep in mind that you can follow the Virtual Telescope project joining our Facebook page or also on X. And as I said, the next events, at least the scheduled ones right now, are next Friday, the International Observe the Moon Night, an initiative of NASA. But 2 weeks by now, October 28th, we will have another eclipse. This time it will be the moon, and we'll do our best, weather permitting, to cover it from Rome. So save the dates: Friday 21, International Observe the Moon Night, and Friday 28, the partial lunar eclipse. But visit www.virtualtelescope.eu to learn more in detail. So we are just having the very final moments after a truly excellent coverage. Truly excellent coverage. I really hope that the experience was good for you. I really hope. So friends, we are approaching the end of this live feed. I will leave the live feed opened, but without my comment. So I want to thank, first of all, the great people who made possible for us to run this event, that is having images and footage to share. First of all, I want to thank Ron Delvaux for the fabulous work he did from Arizona with amazing images. And also I want to thank James McCue for his amazing coverage of the eclipse as well, sharing out of this world images of the Ring of Fire. Then I want to thank the Exploratorium San Francisco and Griffith Observatory Los Angeles teams for giving permission to the Virtual Telescope project to share, rebroadcast their amazing, perfect footage. And I also want to thank Joaquin Fabrega Polleri, Gary Varney, Fernando Rodriguez for being ready to observe and share, but weather at their location did not cooperate. And first of all, I want to thank all of you. Above all, you are, very precious every time for this kind of event, making, at least for me, a great emotion to share these things. So thanks to the team who made possible in different places to have images, and thanks to you, the audience, for making for me the experience amazing as always. So I strongly invite you to stay up to date with the Virtual Telescope project. Next week we will share the moon to celebrate the International Observe the Moon Night from NASA, and we are official supporter of the event, proud to be that. And in 2 weeks by now, the other side of the lunar orbit, the full moon, now the new moon was essential for the solar eclipse, but next full moon, 2 weeks by now, we will have a lunar eclipse, partial lunar eclipse in Iran, and we will broadcast it as well. So I invite you to visit www.virtualtelescope.eu to learn more about these events. Also because in the meantime, perhaps if an asteroid, very close approaching asteroid, will be discovered, be sure we will track and share it live, as we did many times over the last 17 years now. Gianluca Masi, Virtual Telescope Project, has been very proud to share all these things with you, and as I said, it has been amazing for me. I've been doing this hundreds of times, but every time it's a joy. It's speechless to face the beauty of Mother Nature, the beauty of the sky, the day side and the night side of the universe out there. So that's all from Gianluca Masi Virtual Telescope Project in Rome, Italy. Take care and keep looking up. And if you want, you can do this every time via the Virtual Telescope Project. Bye bye, my friends.